Good morning, this is BBC One. Welcome to Monday, where the new week begins now with breakfast.
Hello, this is Breakfast with Sean Williams and Bill Turnbull.
There are fears that
They say.
7. A des res by the sea or a glorified shed? David Silito joins us from Mablethorpe this morning, checking out beach huts. Why, David?
Well, welcome to the sea and sand and, of course, miles of beach huts here at Mablethorpe. But have you ever seen one that's looked like this before? This is the canoodling hut. We're looking at the reinvention of a seaside tradition. But before all of that, the news, travel and weather in your part of the world.
Good morning. They are, for most of us, just a place to change or a shelter from the weather. For some, though, they've become a work of art. We're talking about the beach hut, undergoing a bit of a revival in some seaside towns.
Yes, sir. New ones being built, others are being transformed, and now there's a competition to find Britain's most beautiful bathing hut in Mablethorpe in Lincolnshire. They take them very seriously, which is why David Silito is inside one somewhere. Morning, David.
Good morning.
Good morning. Well, there it is, the sea and the sand of Mablethorpe and, of course, the beach huts. But have you ever seen a beach hut that looks quite like this one? This is the canoodling and gazing hut here, one of a series of art huts, avant-garde ones that have been built here to, well, reinvigorate what is a seaside tradition.
It was one of the most exciting moments of my life, actually, having finally got a beach hut.
Been all over the world and it's just as nice as anywhere I've been. It's fabulous.
In a chalet.
In a chalet.
The beach hut. It's an old-fashioned pleasure, a communal pleasure. There were 16 in Eileen and Eileen's in Scarborough.
We have a chalet every year and we invite anyone, our friends and relatives, to come down.
It's a week-long party then you're having?
It's a week-long party.
They're bright, aren't they? And now, after years of neglect, it's getting a makeover. For the first time in decades, Scarborough has been building new ones, posh ones. Well, this is a bit posher than I remember. This is your new chalet then, is it?
It is, yes. This is one of the chalets we've just sold.
How much?
This is £35,000
For a chalet?
for a chalet, yes.
And people are buying them?
There is, yes. We've sold 15 to date.
Down the coast in Mablethorpe, the huts have become artworks. The Beach Hut Cloud Observatory, the Gin and Tonic, the Canoodler. All very different from when they were originally built after the floods of 1953. Metal shelters from the sometimes bracing conditions.
Wow, this is it.
This is my beach hut.
55 years on, there's been an explosion of beach hut pride and artistry.
My son calls it my chandelier.
And why have you done all this?
Just because I wanted to make the most beautiful hut somewhere nice for me and the children to come to.
So had you done much painting before this?
No, I've never done any painting before. Well, it's just, it's not art, but it's just exuberance, if you like.
In September, a beach hut festival will take place, a celebration of colour and community.
It's, just so genuine here that it becomes the bones of the place. You've seen the huts around here, you've seen how they've been decorated and the people inside them. It's contagious. They see what it does to one person and everybody wants a piece of it.
This reinvention then isn't about mod cons or glamour. It's simple stuff. Food, friends, views, and letting the kids run free. Well, here it is back at the canoodling hut. The Gin and Tonic is down the coast. There's even Jabba the Hut. And in September, there's going to be that festival. Katie,
Hi.
Don't people like their huts traditional, something like this? No one would really want this on a seaside holiday, would they?
Well, I think tradition is quite a sacred thing and it's great for nostalgia and people love to walk past and go, oh, I've got photos of myself here when, like 50 years ago, whatever. But I think if you didn't have people that push the boundaries, there'd never be any new inventions or anything beautiful or new to look at. So I think yes, there are traditional people, but then there's these magnificent people that design things like this, and
Now,
it's great to look at.
you go up and down the coast saying, go on, decorate your hut. We want the beautiful huts and we want this festival. Don't people just want to be left alone on their holidays?
Oh, no. It gives them great activities to do. I mean, I think with this whole staycation thing in the UK, people like the comfort of staying in England through, like, the recession. And I think people take great pride in having these huts as an extension of themselves, and it's a very proud community that decorate their huts.
Katie, thank you very much indeed. Well, we're going to enjoy our croissants here, and with the, I was going to say sun, sea and sand of Mablethorpe, but at least we've got the sea and the sand at least here, and miles of beach and all those beach huts.
Yeah, David, before you disappear, as you have already, we want to see you do a spot of canoodling.
Oh.
I mean, that's what you're there for.
Now, I'm now speechless. To be asked to canoodle live on television has never happened to me before. But if you want, we can do a little canoodle here in front of the canoodling hut.
That'll do. That's a start. That's a start.
Normally, I have to ask first before such things happen. But we're all getting on very well this morning.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, you are now.
David, thanks very
Having coerced that poor girl into a canoodle.
I didn't expect him to do it live. I thought I was going to give him some time to prepare. But
There we are.
Well, anyway, coming up a little bit later on the show.